Outside of Television City, and we face down to the south because that is where all the action is. We'll check in on our temperatures here in just a little bit, but let's concentrate on our severe weather, which is just going to be an excess of rain. I guess on a positive aspect, we've been able to lift the tornado watches and even some warnings that we had earlier this morning. But even from Delaware into portions of McDonald County, it is still coming down at a torrential clip, dropped down into northwest Arkansas, no reprieve there. And no surprise that the flash flood watches last all the way into tomorrow morning. Now, we do have a tornado warning that shows up on the map way to the far east of us. That's Shannon, Oregon, and Howell counties down in south central Missouri. And then you do have the residual, the purple right there, of one remaining tornado watch. Looks like as everything moves from the southwest up to the northeast, we are going to have several hours where we don't have to concern ourselves with that. Biggest threat is just going to be the number of flooded roads that we have, with reports coming in that include Cassville, where they've closed Highway 76 east and westbounds. Of course, that runs right there through downtown. Drop down here, just a couple things I want to point out. A school bus was actually washed off the road in Washington County down in northwest Arkansas. Firefighters able to respond. Kids are out safe, bus drivers safe. But give you an idea of what they had. How about 6.5 inches of rain this morning in the span of 2 hours? It's that line that we saw right here. Now, up to the north, yeah, a couple rogue raindrops. That's all the 4 states has seen. But now you get along south of I-44, and we're talking about rivers, streams, creeks, roads. Everything's going to be flooded because we've still got a long way to go as the precipitation is still generating in central Texas and moving its way up across the Red River, gaining intensity with that convective available potential energy that we talked about yesterday, and gathering thunderstorm activity as it pushes right toward us. We have stayed out of the fray of a whole bunch of lightning. Lightning's been really sporadic with this whole thing. It's really just the amount of rain that we're getting. And you can tell the flood watches and warnings last from North Texas all the way to the Ohio River Valley. This thing is dropping an impressive amount of rain. And there's cooler temperatures on the backside of it as well. Look down there in southwest Missouri that's received the most rain. 63 in Monette, 64 in Anderson, and 65 in Neosho, compared to some low 70s that are still holding on in southeast Kansas, where there's even been a peak of sunshine every now and then. Here's a key factor for today, and that's the fact that the rain just doesn't want to go anywhere. It's not going to let up as it continues to roll out of Oklahoma. Good lines, and here's the problem. It's right where we got it all this morning. We see a little bit that graduates to the north there that comes out of central Oklahoma, but this is going to be the worrisome area because it's going to end up being 4 to 5 inches by the time it's done. That's only about 6 o'clock this evening. Then as we turn into Thursday, a little bit of west to east motion, and we begin to clear off over there, but there you go. Same exact problematic area. That's early Thursday morning. That's why those flash flood warnings run all the way until 10 o'clock tomorrow. Now, speaking of tomorrow, that's when we finally begin to clear off just a little bit. And by Thursday afternoon, we are going to be able to take a little bit of a deep breath, enjoy some mild temperatures for Thursday and Friday. We're setting up to have a great weekend, which we will need to find out where in the world we are going to put all this water for southwest Missouri.
Yes, it's going to be a challenge. We're going to be watching those levels. And remember, we say this all the time, turn around, don't drown.
Thank you, ma'am.